cannot top tonight. I put everything into it. And I hope it was good enough, but it was good enough for me.
Dustin, how are you feeling?
I feel like hell, man. I'm tired. I'm glad it's over. Emotions are running like crazy, you know. I don't know, I cried a lot tonight. Cody cried. I saw a few people on the front row and everywhere crying. So, and it's a special moment because I had no idea what he was doing when he rolled back in the ring. I was just kind of like, God, again, you know, not again, please. I'm dead. I mean, you already killed me. You killed the Attitude Era. And he wanted me to be his partner, and everybody just was. Nothing we did could have messed up anything, man. It was just everybody was. It was electric for me. This, without a doubt, in my 31 years, was the most incredible night of my life. It really was. Very incredible.
His partnership, accepting his offer?
Well, hell yeah. The Brotherhood back together, of course. I want to get a 6-star match out of the Young Bucks for Dave Meltzer. I'm hoping that I get a little more than a 3.5 tonight. I mean, my God, man, we took it back to 1986. Emotions were there. It's a story. It was a story match. It was a lot of fun.
What do you think your dad would have thought about tonight's match?
He's watching, grinning ear to ear, I'm sure, man. He had the best seat in the house. Best seat in the house. And he was, I could feel him.
What did you think as far as the crowd response, chanting Dusty's name, and just the whole, just the whole crowd response from top to bottom of the show?
Dave, when they started chanting Dusty the first time, I knew that there's nothing we could do in here, and we could have messed up 1,000 things that we could do no wrong, because they were there and they knew it was a storied moment, and I think we told the best story that we possibly could, or I did. I know I did. So I hope it was good for the people. I hope it was good for Cody. I definitely think it was good for AEW. I'm excited about them and what they are doing, because they are fixing to take over the world, and Vince better watch his ass.
How exactly did you get busted open?
Cody's cane has a wolf head on it. So Brandy, I know she doesn't like me at all. Right? And I really don't care for her either. But she hit me square in almost my temple. It felt like my temple. But when I went down, I'm like, what the hell? And then she speared me, and I rolled over, and it just started shooting out. It started shooting out. I was like, oh, God. Oh, God, that's a deep one. So it was, it was blinding at times in the match. And I was like, oh, man, it won't stop. It kept coming. I think the sweat in the building does that too, and probably my nerves, because I was so hyped up for it.
Did you ever think about saying, I quit?
Absolutely never. That's not in our DNA, not in the Rhodes DNA, man.
You sat at home for a while, and this was pretty much your first appearance in a long, long time. How did it feel to be out there in the ring again and get to be who you are and to do it your way?
Well, 8 months I think I was home about that because of the double knee surgeries, and they were feeling good, and I trained really hard for it. I wasn't sure what to expect with this crowd. I've only seen it online and how loud and crazy they are for the whole show. Like All In was amazing, and they were just there for everything throughout the whole show. I was like, how are they going to take to Dustin? I don't know. So that was a big question, just standing outside of the ramp and listening to our video package. And they're popping at certain things. I'm like, cool. And they pop at Cody. I'm like, well, I got my work cut out for me. And then they started coming with me, and it felt really, really good. It really, like I said, it was the greatest moment in my career.
What's more intense, facing your brother in the ring or having Mark Henry back here?
I don't want to face Mark Henry at any time because he'll kill me. I've been in the ring with him, so yes.
If this is in fact your last match, your next match is your last match, what do you want your legacy to be remembered as?
Tonight. That's all I could say about that, man. I mean, I cannot top tonight. I put everything into it, and I hope it was good enough, but it was good enough for me. It was good enough for me.
I gotta know, you went to go take your boots off and leave them in the ring there at the end. Were you anticipating on hanging it up tonight, or were you caught off guard?
I was, and he snuck in behind me, and I'm like, oh, geez, let me get my boots off before you do anything. My God, I want to leave this boot in the ring and say goodbye, proper. But I was pretty tired, and he came in there, and I didn't know what to expect, what he was going to do. I was exhausted. He killed the Attitude Era, but I'm standing here today.
Well, do you feel like it's kind of like a career-defining match for you too? Especially because for a long time you didn't really get quite enough credit for just how good you were, and I feel like the last few years people have really come around to it.
Listen, man, I got out of Papillon. I made it out of prison, and it feels good to know that there's a life outside of WWE. It feels good, man. I mean, new life for everybody. And he better be on his toes.
You've been in the business for a long time now. Are you surprised at the landscape with social media being a big thing now with wrestling and YouTube videos? I mean, are you still all for that? Can you adapt to that? Or is that kind of a thing that's kind of lost?
You have to adapt. You have to grow with anything, with any company. Everything, you grow. Or if you don't grow, you will sink and you'll fall.
Dustin, you've always been a guy that mentored the young people. Do you feel like you'll assume that role here?
I would love to. I mean, that's definitely, I think that is my job to do, is to pass on my knowledge of the business to the kids who want it and who will listen. Because I do know what I'm doing, and I can tell stories, and I can help with creative, with their characters and things. And I think characters are very important for our business. Yeah, I would love to do that if that opportunity arises. Good?
Thank you, man.
Thank you so much, Dustin.
Thank you guys very much. I hope you enjoyed it. If not, that's all I got.